Welcome to our chilling haunted walking tour of downtown Kansas City, Missouri, where history meets the supernatural. Across the country, towns hide places steeped in ghostly lore and paranormal intrigue. In this video, we'll explore 4 of Kansas City's most haunted spots. However, there's a twist. Only 3 of these locations are genuinely haunted. The 4th is a tale crafted by us at Wandering Walks of Wonder. As you join us on this journey, your challenge is to discern which 3 locations harbor real hauntings and which one is our creation. Stick around until the end of the video where we'll reveal which of downtown Kansas City's haunted locations is pure fiction. Today's journey takes us to 4 locations in Kansas City. They include the Savoy Hotel, the Coates House Hotel, the old YMCA building, and the Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception. Our first haunted location in downtown Kansas City is the Savoy Hotel. The Savoy, which opened in 1888, is one of Kansas City's oldest and most prestigious hotels. Its rich history, coupled with numerous ghost stories, has made it a popular site for paranormal enthusiasts. Let's dive deeper into the eerie occurrences and details surrounding the hauntings at the hotel. First, we have the apparition of a woman on the 4th floor, which is one of the more frequently sighted spirits. She is usually described as wearing a long, flowing Victorian gown, and her presence is often accompanied by a cold chill or the sudden feeling of being watched. Some reports suggest that she may be the ghost of a woman who either committed suicide or was murdered in the hotel. Although historical records of this event are unclear, witnesses have claimed to see her reflection in the mirrors or standing at the end of long hallways, vanishing as they get closer. The epicenter of paranormal activity at the Savoy is room 505. It is the heart of all of the Savoy's ghost stories. The room has an unsettling history of unexplained occurrences, and many guests have reported strange happenings while staying there. Some common reports include flickering lights that seem to go out or on their own. Many have reported items in the room, such as keys, personal belongings, or furniture, being moved or shifted into different positions without explanation. There's also the unsettling noises in room 505. Guests frequently hear knocks on the walls or the sound of furniture scraping across the floor, only to find the room next door unoccupied. And the most chilling reports include whispers or the feeling of breath on the back of their necks while alone in the room. Another story at the Savoy Hotel is that of a ghost of a young boy. Though no records indicate that a child ever died at the Savoy, several visitors have reported the playful spirit of a young boy roaming the hotel. He's often heard laughing or running in the hallways, particularly on the upper floors. Some staff members have claimed to find objects like marbles or small toys in random places, which are sometimes left behind in areas known to be empty. A few guests have even reported hearing the sound of a ball bouncing in their rooms, only to find nothing when they investigate. And then we have the Savoy Grill, which is the main restaurant inside the Savoy Hotel. The hotel has a very haunted past and has a very haunted reputation. It was once a gathering place for notable figures such as Harry Truman and other local celebrities. Some believe the restaurant is haunted by these former patrons who still return to their favorite spot long after their deaths. Many diners have reported seeing shadowy figures out of the corner of their eyes, only for them to disappear upon looking directly at those shadows. while others hear glasses clinking or the sound of silverware being moved when no one is in the vicinity. Our next haunted location in downtown Kansas City is the old Coates House Hotel, which is now the Quality Hill Apartments. The Coates House Hotel in Kansas City has a long and storied history marked by tragedy and tales of paranormal activity. Once one of the most luxurious hotels in the city, its past is clouded by a deadly fire that resulted in multiple deaths. This tragedy, along with other incidents, has led to the hotel being rumored as haunted with various ghost stories circulating over the years. Let's begin with that 1978 fire tragedy. The Coates House Hotel was the site of a devastating fire in January of 1978, which killed 20 people. The fire started in the upper floors of the building, which at the time was being used as a residence for low income tenants. The event was chaotic, with people trapped on the upper floors and some resorting to jumping out of windows to escape the flames. Many believe that the spirits of those who perished in the fire continue to haunt the site. Visitors and residents have reported hearing screams, the sound of panicked footsteps, and even seeing shadowy figures resembling those who lost their lives during the blaze. One of the more common ghostly encounters involves the hotel's elevator. Over the years, numerous people have reported strange occurrences when using it, such as the elevator moving on its own, stopping at floors that no one has selected, or doors opening and closing without anyone inside. On several occasions, guests have felt an icy cold breeze upon entering, or they felt as if an unseen presence was standing behind them while they took the elevator between floors. One of the more disturbing phenomena reported at the Coates House involves the smell of smoke, particularly on the upper floors, despite no fire being present. Visitors have described the faint odor of burning wood or fabric, accompanied by a thick, heavy atmosphere. These experiences often happen in the middle of the night and are sometimes accompanied by the sounds of people shouting or doors slamming, though no one source for the disturbances has ever been found. The association with that tragic fire in 1978 makes it one of the more unsettling aspects of the building's haunted reputation. Our final story at the Coates House Hotel is that of the spirit of a man who is believed to have committed suicide in the hotel long before the fire. The story goes that the man, heartbroken over a failed relationship, took his life in one of the rooms. Residents who stay in that area of the hotel have reported feelings of deep sadness or despair, as well as seeing the figure of a man standing at the window, gazing out as if contemplating his life. Witnesses have described him as wearing a suit from the early 1900s with a forlorn expression on his face. Many believe that his spirit is still trapped in the hotel, forever reliving his final moments of sorrow. Our third stop on our haunted tour of downtown Kansas City is the old YMCA building on Quality Hill. This building has long been the subject of ghost stories and eerie legends. This historic structure, built in the early 20th century, was once a bustling center for social and athletic activities. Over the years, the building has been tied to various paranormal accounts, with many attributing these hauntings to the building's age and the countless lives that have passed through its doors. Here are some of the most popular stories linked to the old YMCA on Quality Hill. The first is the swimming pool apparition. One of the most famous stories centers around the building's indoor swimming pool, which is said to be haunted by the spirit of a young boy who drowned there many, many decades ago. According to legend, the boy, left unsupervised, tragically lost his life while swimming alone late one evening. Since then, there have been numerous reports of strange occurrences near the pool area. The basement of the old YMCA is another area where paranormal activity is frequently reported. This space, used for various purposes over the years, has a dark, eerie feel to it. Several people who have ventured into the basement claim to have felt an oppressive energy, with some describing the sensation of being followed or watched. And then we have shadow figures that often appear throughout the building. Many people over the years have reported seeing shadowy figures moving through the building's hallways and stairways. These figures are often described as tall and human-like, but they lack detail and disappear quickly when approached. The shadow figures are most often spotted in the corners of the building's older, less renovated areas, leading some to believe they are residual hauntings tied to the YMCA's early years. And then finally we have those haunted locker rooms. Another area frequently mentioned in stories are the locker rooms inside the old YMCA building. Several people have reported the sound of lockers opening and closing by themselves, as well as the sound of metal clanging or locker doors slamming when no one else is around. The locker rooms are often described as having an unsettling energy, with many people reporting feelings of dread or unease while inside. One particular ghost story involves the sighting of a man dressed in old-fashioned athletic gear wandering through the locker room. Witnesses describe him as appearing momentarily confused before disappearing into thin air. Our final stop on our tour of haunted downtown Kansas City, Missouri, is the Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception. The cathedral is one of the city's most historic and architecturally significant buildings. Completed in 1883, it has stood as a beacon of faith and a center of worship for over a century. Like many historic buildings, the cathedral is surrounded by ghost stories and tales of unexplained phenomenon, many believed to be connected to its long history and the countless lives it has touched. Here are some of the ghost stories and paranormal experiences tied to the Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception. One of the most commonly reported paranormal occurrences involves the sighting of shadowy figures inside the cathedral. Parishioners and visitors have claimed to see dark, human-like shapes moving near the pews or standing near the altar, only to vanish when approached. These shadowy forms are often described as appearing during quiet times, particularly in the evening or early morning hours when the church is much less crowded. People believe that these are the spirits of possibly former priests, nuns, or parishioners who once served or worshipped at the cathedral. One of the most chilling ghost stories connected to the Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception involves phantom organ music. The cathedral is known for its beautiful pipe organ, which has accompanied countless religious services over the years. However, there have been reports of the organ playing on its own when no organist is present. Witnesses have claimed to hear faint, haunting organ music late at night or during times when the cathedral is supposedly empty. Some believe the music is the work of a ghostly organist, possibly a former musician who once played for the church but has never truly left. One of the most enduring ghost stories associated with the cathedral is the apparition of a nun who has been seen wandering the halls and stairwells of the building. According to legend, this nun was a devoted member of the church who passed away under mysterious circumstances. Her spirit is said to be wearing traditional nun's attire, silently moving through the building as if still fulfilling her duties. Witnesses describe her as appearing in deep thought, possibly even prayer, and she is often seen in areas where nuns may once have lived or worked. And then finally, we have the haunted crypt area. Beneath the cathedral lies a crypt where several former bishops of Kansas City are entombed. The crypt, a quiet and solemn place, has been the focus of ghostly tales over the decades. Visitors have reported feelings of unease or being watched while inside, as well as hearing soft footsteps or the rustling of robes despite being alone. These spirits are associated with the crypt are said to be those of former bishops or priests who were deeply connected to the church during their lives. And many believe that these spirits are said to still watch over the cathedral, ensuring it remains a place of worship and devotion. Now that you have heard and seen 4 of the most haunted locations in the Quality Hill area of downtown Kansas City, it's time for you to accept that challenge. Remember, 3 of these locations are genuinely haunted, and the 4th location was a tale crafted by us at Wandering Walks of Wonder. Can you guess which one of these 4 locations is our creation? Hit pause now and we will come right back with the answer. If you guess the old YMCA building, then you are correct. That is a creation of us here at Wandering Walks of Wonder. We hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button for more haunted locations, wandering walks through small towns, college campuses, and museums. Have a scary and haunted Halloween season. Take care.